Hi everybody, it's Tiffany Knutson here at Nuts and Bolts, and I just wanted to share with you our latest purchase. Now, if you have been paying attention, you've probably noticed here at Nuts and Bolts we've done a little bit of victory, meaning we're doing things a little bit different. So one of the things that we've done lately is we've really expanded into accessories. And the long story short here is we've been quite happy with how this has been working out as a whole. So when we made our last purchase, honestly I said, let's look at more accessories, and we bought all at once. So we bought women's clutches, men's ties, and finally belts. Primarily, I'd say women's belts because of the designs, but you know, hey, I don't care. You wear whatever you want to wear. But long story short here, so we decided to go after belts. Now, one thing with the belts was, we looked into the belts and, oh, they were amazingly cheap. They're so going to get us on the shipping on this. So, just for the record, what we purchased was 432 women's belts. Okay, 432 women's belts. And we bid $100 for it. And we won the bid. So after the shipping and everything was all said and done, we ended up spending $434.56. So that's a lot for the shipping and all the overhead and everything else, but we were expecting it. So I can't really complain, and I'm not complaining. I knew it was coming, and I factored it in. So not a big surprise there. I was a little surprised that it was as high as I was thinking it might be. I thought it might be a little higher than that, but not much higher. That was pretty high. $200 and some odd for $100 of materials. And you get got like that, right? Okay, so no big deal. The thing about it is, once everything's all said and done, once we pay for just the purchase, our in-the-door cost of these belts is less than $1. In fact, it comes out to be 79.5 cents per belt. So there's a large amount of money that we can make off of each of these belts, but we also have to be wary of their additional shipping costs. Okay, some of them are, Tiff is calling them gemmed. I personally think of them as tiled or mosaic belts, so they have tiles on the outside of the belt. Neat, fashionable, probably weighs a lot more. We purchased this on 120, and it came in on 128. That was the same time that we got the ties in, and we did a cursory inspection and made sure everything was fine, and we waited a few days to do this filming. But they came in on 128, and like I said, at 79.5 cents per belt, I think we can afford to maybe throw one or two of them away. So hopefully we won't have to do that a lot. But the long story short, they came in 2 boxes, very big, very heavy boxes. We opened them up, and they were filled with bags of the same type of belt. And it was advertised to be small, medium, large, and extra large belts. And they're all supposed to come with their hanging tags on them. So, oh, and the other thing to keep in mind is this is all brand new product. Brand new. So, besides a cursory inspection looking for manufacturer defects, we should be mostly spending our time posting these instead of spending a lot of time evaluating. Okay, so without any further ado, I want to go ahead and show you the way that the belts come in. So this is a bag o' belts. These are not the mosaic type belts that I was talking about before. if you see, we get all these belts. And they come in that bag, okay? So the nice thing here I see, besides that I'm dropping them all on the floor. I haven't dropped one, but I'm about ready to. There's the first belt. Neat. Okay, so I want to get an inventory count here and find out how many of each kind we get. This first one is a XL. One more XL and 2 larges. Okay. Because really the thing we're trying to point out here is this in sellable condition? Do we have 9,000 extra small belts that can't sell? Or can we really sell it? So I got 4 more here, and we've got medium, small, and small. We also have medium, medium, medium. And then we've got large and large. 2 smalls, 2 extra larges, 4 larges, and 4 mediums. Which honestly is about perfect for selling. If you think about it, those, you know, the bell curve of shapes, you want less of the ones that are on the edge. So I really like that. So now that I've got that figured out, let's go ahead and look at the belt itself. So no, it's not going to be like a $9,000 belt, right? But it is a fashionable belt. And I'm sure a lot of ladies, probably juniors primarily, would wear this. Wouldn't you think? Okay, so I do see one issue here on this particular belt. There's a little bit of peeling there on the belt. Do you see that? Hopefully that's not a common thing. Honestly, this has a lot of peeling on it. In one spot, though. In 2 spots. Okay, so even though we got a great deal on these belts, some of them did come in damaged. You know, just coming apart like crazy bad. Now, you know, that's really bad. So, we've tried to be very gentle with them. We've also tried to let them acclimatize really well. And to be fair, some of these we didn't realize were going to be a problem. So we just like pulled them out and tried to straighten them out. And if you try to straighten them out, guess what you get? You get ribbons for a belt. So, kind of disappointed with that. However, once we do let them like really relax, the ones that are in really decent shape seem to be in great shape still. Okay, so I don't want to dissuade anybody that might want to purchase these. They are made cheap in China, but you know, we're probably expecting that we're going to have to throw away and or throw away during inspection probably between 10 and 20% of the belts at this point. Now, that's not a huge deal because, as I said, our cost our cost for the belts at this moment is about 79.5 cents. If we go to ship them, a lot more, you know. So we just don't want to ship ones that are messed up, and we've already found several from a couple different batches. It seems like a couple batches are really bad, and maybe 1 or 2 belts are messed up here and there, okay? But we're expecting anywhere between 10 and 20%, and hopefully towards the end of the video series I'll be able to relate to you a lot more what we actually expect to get on that. So with all that being said, I've already told you what sizes we get, and they all seem to be the same. We seem to get 2 smalls, 2 extra larges, 4 mediums, and 4 larges of each round of belts. And sometimes we've got duplicates, so I'll try to make that very clear when I display them. And as I've shown you, we do have some messed up star belts, but we also have some other star belts that are from a different batch that seem to be in really good shape. So it's just kind of what you get when you buy volume of cheap belts, I guess. And we're getting past that. I mean, we did inspect it. We inspected quite a bit actually, but we did not get a chance to inspect all 432 belts. So you live, you learn. So one of the styles that we have here, and this is actually really cool, because when we bought the fashion belts, I had an inkling that these were actually glow in the dark, and most of them actually are. I believe this one is. So that particular one is not glow in the dark, but as you can see, it has love dies and skulls and crossbones and love slowly, vintage love slowly, bulldogs, skulls and roses, skulls and hearts and bulldogs. I mean, all sorts of neat stuff. And that particular one is an extra large. But yeah, that's an extra large. That's really nice. And it says right here, genuine Italian design. That's pretty cool. I think that's gonna make some nice teenager or something really happy. Sculling. I mean, my teenager would love it. My teenager would totally love this. Okay.
Click here or click here. And of course, click here to subscribe.